and welcome to A Life Full of Meaning. My name's Lisa and this is Glenn.
And together we make a weekly vlog
where we document our search for a more meaningful life. So, without further ado, let us show you how the week
unfolded.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Saturday. Still full of cold. I've now given Mr. Warner my cold. He's not happy about it. Sharing is not caring. I woke up grumpy this morning. I was like, I'm not going to do any filming today. I'm going to do nothing. But here I am. We are leaving Fenny Compton in a little bit. Glenn is just doing his checks he does before we set off. There's a water point right in front of us, so we're just literally going to pull down, top up with some water, and then we'll be on our way. On our way to Napton. That's where we want to get to, and we want to take a stroll around Napton. It's a glorious morning today. What did you drop?
Bungee. It pinged off.
Bye Fenny Compton. We are off. I'm doing something a little bit different for breakfast this morning. We have no bread. We have these croissants. They're like ready wrapped croissants. They're not the most exciting things in the world, but swarm in the croissants and then make a like cheese and bacon croissant. Oh, I've burnt the bacon. I'm trying to upload the video, but it keeps crashing. This is bad news. My hard drive has crashed. Not only has it got this week's video that I've not published yet, but it's got at least a year's worth of footage on there. I'm trying to keep calm at this stage, but I'm feeling very stressed. This really is not good news. I've actually brought a new one. This is the old one, and it's just not connecting to my laptop. I'm feeling really quite sad now. I've got no service around here. I'm desperately trying to Google what to do when your hard drive crashes, apart from having a nervous breakdown. And I've got no internet signal here, so that's not helping either. Oh!
he's thinking of jumping in.
How did that sheep get from there to there? He wants to get back now. Don't do it. Right, that's enough of having a look at rogue sheep. Let's try sort this out. This is really bad news. It says, was found to be corrupt and cannot be repaired. That's bad news. I'm now trying to use some software to recover it. While that's downloading, let's have a look at some of this beautiful cruise. Right, I'm going to leave that doing its thing, go out and see Mr. Warner. Still not fixed.
Still not fixed?
No. So we're just heading to our first lock of the day. It's actually good to be out of the boat and away from all this computer drama.
You're going to walk to the next one?
Yeah, I'll walk to the next one, hun. I definitely should have put better shoes on. Oh, that was perfect. That gate come open. It's in our favour. Mr. Warner's gone straight in. Lock number 2 done. Sporty Mr. Warner there. Lock number 15. Mr. Warner's going to pick me up. I can check on me files that are hopefully being saved as we speak. Right, the great news is this software has found the files. It's not letting me download them yet, but it's found them, and that's a big thing. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Let's do a few more locks, and then hopefully we'll be able to save this footage. Here we go, lock number 14. This is in our favour. A boat had just come out. They were hire boaters. I don't think they realised that they could leave the gates open, but it doesn't matter. We should just be able to push this and all will be good. This is such a gorgeous rural lock flight. I really love it. It's beautiful. Let's get this shut up. Put my boots on now. So I'm going to walk to the next one. So this lock's empty. There's no one coming up, so we're going to fill it up. 2 little whirlpools there. That's Napton lock 13 done. I expected this flight to be busier. Mr. Warner's beat me to this one. Now, although this is lock 12, that doesn't mean we've got 11 more to do. I'm pretty sure that this lock flight started at something like 8 or 9. So I reckon there's 3 or 4 more to go. Can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure there's not 11 more. Let's cross over. Just got to shut that gate. There we go, all shut. Over we go. Lock number 11. Glenn's just had a windlass lock injury. It just slipped out of his hand and whacked him on the arm. There's actually a boat in that lock coming up, so although I've just crossed over and shut that gate, I'm going to go and open it up. So we're on lock 10. Boat's just left the lock. We've left those gates open. Glenn's about to come in. Just 2 more locks to do after this one. Mr. Warner's been practicing his rope skills. There you go. There you go. Well done. Mr. Warner's arm where the windlass hit him.
You've got a ring there.
Thank God he's got strong arms.
Feel the lump.
Today's been eventful. It's not one of our better days, let's just put it that way. There's a boat coming up. So, I'm going to leave those gates open. And then literally they'll come out and can go straight in. This is lock 9, our penultimate lock. Just one more to do after this one. It was nice that this one was all ready for us. We could come straight in. We're at the bottom of the Napton flight. We were going to stop here, walk into the village, have a lovely evening, but we're not. I'm back at my computer. Let's try and sort this out. Right, it's still doing its thing. It's got some way to go yet, so I might as well go and sit down on the back with Mr. Warner. There's a boat turning in the winding hole. So we've just come past the junction. What happened, Mr. Warner?
So a boat's coming out, and I thought they were going straight over because they were really taking the turning wide, and it was 70 foot. And then I didn't realise it's a hotel boat, and then I didn't realise he was towing a 70-foot body behind him as well. So in total, I think he said his length was with the gap on that about 150 foot.
I'm really stressed. I'm so stressed that my watch has a stress alert, and it's just alerted me that I'm stressed. So, I think I'm at least halfway there to fixing it. At least. I've recovered the deleted video files, but this is what's happened. So, here's my timeline. I was super excited to get all this back, but then look, anyone who knows anything about editing, what is all this? And it just won't play. And it's not just a little bit. There's loads of the video missing, so I've got to work out how to sort that out. But I think I'm on the right track. Man, I've just googled it, and guess what they're known as? Danger stripes. Oh, that's not going to be good. Oh my goodness, we've made it to Braunston. I've just posted that the video is going to be delayed. I'm going to keep working on it. Fingers crossed. I know what I need to do. This is a big thing. It's just going to take some time to actually do it. Oh man. We're moored up. All is good.
Hello and welcome to a life full of
I think I
reading.
fixed it. I think it's working. Good morning and welcome to Sunday from Braunston. My voice does sound a little bit croaky, but I'm feeling better. We are going for a stroll and there's a cafe boat. We're going to grab ourselves a bacon sandwich. A lot of boats left early this morning. Today we ended up doing essentially 2 days worth of cruising in one day, so we can take it easy today if we want. Here we are. Very nice breakfast that was. We've decided to have a stroll down towards the locks. This bridge is pretty steep actually. Up and over. Braunston's quite quiet this time in the morning. Always gets busy later though. You can hire a boat for the day. Union Canal carriers. Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, these are all the different boats they've got. Boat going in. We've left the canal and we're strolling up into the village. So last time we walked up into the village, we followed that path. This time, we're going to follow this path. That windmill that we talked about last week, Sue messaged and said that this is now a holiday let. The butcher's is open on a Sunday. How cool is that? Shopping purchased. Back to the boat. So we just got back to the boat with the shopping. Jeff and Sally have just rang us. They're going to pop over to Braunston in the car. Come and see us. We're here with Jeff and Sally. This place welcomes dogs. They've even got a dog menu. Look at that. Oh, so we've had a lovely time with Jeff and Sally. We went across to the pub and they treated us to dinner for Glenn's birthday, which is next week. So it was lovely to see them. We've had a lovely meal. So we're just heading back to the boat now. Good morning and welcome to Monday. We're at Braunston this morning and we will be travelling through 2 lock flights and a tunnel to get to the bottom of the Buckby flight. That's our plan for today. We had some rain last night, but the sun is shining and all is well. So come on, let's go. I'm still feeling below par this morning. I mean, not ill, just not 100%. And it's really getting on my nerves. And Glenn's nerves too. Anyway, we're about to set off. First stop is to empty the Elson. It's not far from here. And I'm also going to fill up our water bottle as well. And then we'll be on our way. You can see how much it rained last night. And we're off. Sun's in Mr. Warner's eyes. Let's do some locks. Everywhere looks so good in the sunshine. Beautiful. Over the bridge again. There's a couple of lock keepers on this morning as well. Lock number 1, in we go. I'm just walking up to the next one. In comes Glenn. We're sharing the lock with another boat, which is great.
It's easier when there's 2 of you. It makes life a lot easier.
Bridge number 4. In Glen comes. This is lock number 4. We're at our penultimate lock. We got more locks to do later, but there's a tunnel in between them. It's our last but one lock done. Out comes Mr. Warner. The lady from the other boat has gone ahead to get that lock ready. So I'll just close these and then we'll be on our way. And on we go to the last one. It's been a beautiful trip up this flight. We've come through with a lovely couple. They're heading through the tunnel as well. We may see them on the Buckby flight. Mr. Warner stopped to pick me up. Let's just shut this one. Whenever we go through tunnels, we get the emergency torch out, just in case the light fails. Turn the interior lights on. There we go. And in we go. And straight away we get in and we can see a boat coming. Alright, Mr. Warner, weren't it?
It was alright, yeah, no dramas, 3 boats coming the other way. I think we didn't actually touch them at all.
No.
No touchy.
There was no touching in the tunnel. Let's turn these lights off. Would you believe it? I've just put the bacon in the pan and the gas has run out. Here we are at the junction. It's the Leicester line. Here we are at the top of the Buckby flight. Wind's picking up. Got to fill this up. The water empties out of these locks so quickly with a lot of force. But they gently bob down. So this is unbelievable. Do you remember when Glenn came up that lock flight and he came up with someone who lived in the same road as his mum? Well, we're going down the lock flight with this lovely lady who was born and grew up in that village, but just round the corner, and you said you had a friend in the same road.
Yes, we did.
And it's only a tiny close. I mean, there's only a handful of houses in it. That's unbelievable. Yeah. In comes Mr. Warner. So we've just met Chris and Sally on This Is Me, going up the lock flight. So we've just passed them, so hello to them both. We made it, the last lock. So we're moored up. We've made a schoolboy error. We've spent the whole day cruising, and I've just said to Glenn, oh, I need to get my laptop out. I need to do some bits. And we've just realised we've spent the whole day and we have not charged one thing. Not our phones, not our laptops, nothing. And this is after Glenn moaning that my 4-minute shower yesterday, it was like I'd been frivolous with the electricity. I was like, no, Glenn. Shower, laptop, phone. I need those things. They're base essentials for me.
So I've noticed the last few times I've been in the engine bay, we've had a bit of water in the bottom of the oil catch tray. So I think that this is a bit knackered. It's the radiator cap. I've just been to the Chandlery at Whilton and I bought a standard one, but I'm not sure it's going to fit. I'm going to try it anyway. It was only 12 quid and he said if it doesn't fit I can take it back tomorrow. It does actually fit, so the proof in the pudding will be if it leaks tomorrow.
Good morning and welcome to Tuesday. Opposite Whilton Mill is where we moored last night, and we will be setting off in a little bit. We've got about 15 miles of no locks. We're going to meet our friends tonight for some celebratory drinks because tomorrow is Mr. Warner's birthday. Woo woo! Also our wedding anniversary, 31 years. I'm going to walk. It just makes me feel better when I walk. And also I've got a good audio book on the go as well. So, but before we do that, I was just saying to Mr. Warner, oh, I wish I'd brought with me a small notebook. This is what happens when I have some downtime. My brain starts going and going, and I need to write it out. I was saying to Mr. Warner, oh, I wish I had a notebook. Mr. Warner, he just said, there's a garden centre opposite. I was like, garden centres always do notebooks. They do. So I said, can we go and have a quick look before we go? So that's what we're doing. I'm going to get my boots on and let's head over to the garden centre. Also, before I put this in the bin, I want to show you this. We had this last night for dinner, korma curry sauce. Now, we brought this from the butcher's at Braunston, and it was the best ready-made sauce I've ever tasted. The Curry Sauce Company, the best. It was good. Come on, let's go to the garden centre. It's a lovely day today. Let's go find a notebook. Here we go. Whilton Lock's Garden Village. Or just village, maybe. I bet there's a notebook with my name on right here. Oh yes, straight into the books. They got all the Christmas stuff up. And the railway section. Oh, look at this. That is very cool. They've got all the gorgeous Christmas stuff. Right. There's a kingfisher flitting around under this bridge. Let's see if I can catch a glimpse on camera. Oh, he's gone in that bush. Honestly, I'm like an elephant. He can hear me coming from miles away. Anyway, he's hidden himself in that bush. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous though to watch. The serenity of the canals right next to the busy M1. I've just caused chaos. I was absorbed into my audiobook. I was miles away. I heard this shouting in the distance and I suddenly thought, oh, it's Glenn. So I looked round expecting that Glenn would be on the boat shouting to get my attention. It wasn't. It was a lady cyclist who I'd obviously held her up for a great length of time. I said, oh, I'm so sorry. And she said, no, you was obviously listening to something wonderful. Don't worry, she was lovely. Anyway, I'm going to have one earphone on and one ear clear now. I'll keep an eye out for cyclists and walkers. I haven't been walking particularly fast, but I've lost Mr. Warner. Just goes to show that Teal ticks along at slower than walking pace. Gonna take a seat and wait for Glenn. Alright, let's carry on. Here we are, coming into Weedon. That didn't take long. Glenn coming in. We've got a nice autumn leaf collection and a big stick around the front there. Need to get that off before we move off. Oh, Mr. Warner. I'm going to make us some brunch. Then we're going to get going again. We haven't got any bread for a sandwich, but we've got this one big naan bread, which I'm going to do something with. While I'm cooking breakfast and making a cup of tea, we've got 30 minutes left of the Jack Reacher book. This one's dragged on a little bit. To be honest, I find the scary parts of it quite often, it's just too much for me. Even though it's a book, I find it too much, so I can only listen to it in short spells. Much to Mr. Warner's annoyance. Just as it gets to a really good bit, I'm like, no, I can't listen to it anymore. Anyway, we've got 30 minutes left. Here you go, Mr. Warner. Well, after that delicious breakfast, I rustled that up from bits and pieces left in the fridge. I was quite proud of myself. Anyway, we are off now, leaving Weedon and heading to Stoke Bruin. Just going past the Narrowboat pub at Weedon, plus rugby boats. We've just spotted another kingfisher. It's shot down. Man, I don't know what it is about kingfishers. You don't see them all the time, and they're so fast that even when you do see them, it's usually a glimpse. But there's something about them that I just love it when I see them. It's times like this that I wish I had a better camera. Past the wharf at Bugbrook. Bit of boat drama. So it looks like someone's gone past a bit too quick, past that boat, and it's in the middle of the canal. Glenn is just going to go and see if he can pull it in. Glenn's got to climb aboard and then walk down the gunnels. Oh, I hope he don't fall in, that would be bad, wouldn't it? And then get their rope, so it's getting their centre line, and then just walking back. He's jump off. Oh, nicely done, Mr. Warner. Then he can pull it in. He's pulling it in. Glenn's really struggling to pull the back in. I mean, it's not across the canal anymore. Glenn's finally managed to get the back in on that boat. Glenn's just running back with our hammer to hammer the pins in. So boats often become unpinned like that. If there's a boat passing like quickly, the movement can cause the boat to become unpinned. Oh, Glenn says the front pin was also just hanging on in there, so oh, was that a bit of exercise for you, Mr. Warner? Oh, you're out of puff.
Yeah. Wow. It's only because I was trying to drive the back pin into much harder ground, and I must have hit a rock or something. It wouldn't go in, so I've had to put it in the soft, but I buried it.
Have you?
I just hope that the front one might come out, but the back one's really soft. So I always cross pin them.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
While I've been washing up and having a bit of a tidy up, I've just come onto the back deck, and Mr. Warner has had an idea. Tell us your plan for tomorrow.
I was going along, yeah, we could make it back to Milton Keynes tomorrow, and then what I'm thinking is making 2 holidays out of one, and then going straight to Brixham. So it means you get 3 full days in Brixham.
It's genius, genius. And look at the colour of this gorgeous tree. I can't help it. I'm transfixed by these beautiful colours. There's a tree down. That was not like that when we came past just a week ago. Yeah.
Pulled that out.
Yeah, look at that. Here we go. Clisworth Tunnel. And in we go. We're in the new bit of the tunnel. We've just gone past 1,000 metres. We're not even halfway yet. Should be coming up to the halfway point any moment now. It's got to be close.
I think there you go. There it is.
1,400. Here we go. We are in the middle. The end of the tunnel is in sight. That's another tunnel done, Mr. Warner. It was cold. It was cold and a bit drippy. We're just going to moor up, get changed, meet our friends and go for dinner. So here we are with the crew. Pub Tuesday. Doesn't matter where we are, does it, Neil?
No.
Don't matter.
It's always good.
So, Pub Tuesday in Stoke Ruin. Cheers! Good morning and welcome to Wednesday. It's 8:10 here at Stoke Ruin. Glenn is just untying and we're making a start. It's a very special day today. Mr. Warner celebrates his birthday and we celebrate our wedding anniversary. I'm gonna grab my coffee and I'm gonna walk down to the lock. And the reason we are leaving so early on a birthday morning is we hope to end the day down at South Bay Holiday Park. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can get Teal all the way back to Milton Keynes and then drive down to Devon. The lock's empty. Before we fill it up, let's just go check nothing's coming. No, nothing's coming. I didn't think so, but it's always good to check. In comes Mr. Warner. Boy, that was stiff this morning. Let's go and open the other side. The water comes out with such a force. Mr. Warner's on his way down. Right, one done, on to our next one. Right. Oh, this one's half full. So we've got a head start. Mr. Warner is in. Let's go let this water out. Look at the colour of these trees. Right, that lock done. This lock we're coming up to is guarded by a gang of swans. I promise not to point out every gorgeous tree on our route today, but we've just got to take a moment to love that one. We just missed it as I was changing the camera battery, but that swan there was approaching Mr. Warner with all the attitude. The next lock's full, so Glenn is just going to go and open the gate. Well, this one's filling. Going down. Guess who we've just seen at the locks? It's Terry. And Terry says that Sarah watches every Sunday.
Yes.
So we just wanted to...
She's going to be really jealous then.
Is she? We just wanted to say a massive hello to Sarah. This lock is overflowing. That it is serious amount of water. There's just so much water at the bottom of this flight. Out comes Mr. Warner. I've got to shut the gate and then go and shut that paddle. I'm not quite sure whether this is our 5th or our 6th lock. I've lost count. Right, last but one lock. There's so much water in here. Can you see that the water is actually over the top of the lock gate there? Look at this, I haven't even opened the paddle yet. Oh, that was tricky to open. Anyway, it's open now. Ooh, here's another lock where the water is flowing over the top. Oh man, it's the last lock. And down we go, final lock. Right, I'm jumping off. So our plan this morning, being it Mr. Warner's birthday and our wedding anniversary, we were going to have a delicious breakfast at the top of Stoke Bruin. But then we decided that we wanted to get to Devon tonight. So we knew it had to be an early start this morning. So we decided to forego breakfast and get a head start. We are low on provisions. I've got no bread, no bacon left. Can't even make Mr. Warner a bacon sandwich on his birthday. So what I said to Glenn is drop me off, because I walk faster than Teal, and I'm gonna walk to the shop at Cosgrove and get some deliciousness for breakfast. I've just realised something. It's almost the middle of October. There's nothing to say that the shop on the campsite at Cosgrove is even open. Let's see if the shop's open. Yeah, the door is open. That looks amazing. We've got our deliciousness. I've just caught up with Mr. Warner in the locks.
And a coffee.
And a coffee. That's not all, Mr. Warner. Well, I've got you a delicious slice of salted caramel cake. I just want to say a massive hello to Alan, who stopped and waved and said hello to us as we were coming down the straight at Cosgrove. So hello, Alan. So we're just about to cross the Iron Trunk Aqueducts, and it sounds as if there's some sort of tree cutting going on. Gorgeous view as always. Can't be a birthday without birthday cake. So I have just sent our newsletter out. We are just about to moor up. I'm just doing the last bit of washing up, and then we're going to literally gather all our stuff, throw it in the car, head down to Devon. And we're off. Oh my goodness. It is 3 minutes past 3 and we're off. Well, we've done very well. It is now 20 to 6 and we're making good progress down the M5. It is time for a celebratory anniversary and birthday meal. And we've arrived. It is 20 to 8. We did exceptionally well, Mr. Warner, considering that this morning we woke up in Stoke Bruin on a narrowboat. Oh, it's so good to be here. Good morning and welcome to Thursday in Devon. Oh yes, it may be grey and miserable and a little bit rainy out there, but you know what? We do not care. Oh no, we're going to be here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, going home on Sundays. This morning, I've got a couple of jobs to do, just little jobs, nothing major. Then I've got the meaningful midweek conversation, and then I think we'll be off out this afternoon. Do you know what Glenn has been looking forward to is fixing the washing machine. First thing this morning, he's out there, he's fitted the new part. Let's go see if it'll work. Come on then, Mr. Warner.
It's not that, is it? It's obviously not that bit.
Oh. Glenn's very sad. That new part didn't fix it. He was convinced it was going to work. Are you gutted? Just getting ready with the midweek meaningful conversation. And today we're talking about life purpose. It was a good conversation this week. Anyway, Mr. Warner has re-explored the washing machine and feels that that's broken, but he can get one off of eBay for
17 quid.
17 quid. I mean, when do you just walk away and say that's enough? Oh, I don't know. So, jumped in the shower. Glenn's just gone round to the laundrette to get the stuff from the dryer. When he was taking the washing to the laundrette, he met Christina, who watches our videos. So, hello, Christina, and thank you for saying hello. Anyway, while Glenn's gone round there, I'm going to make us a bacon sandwich, and then we're going to have a stroll into Brixham. The water is so clear today, still as anything. Got Teal Bay lifeboat there, reminds me, saving lives at sea's on tonight. Time for an ice cream, I think. We've just got in from town. I am going to make a cottage pie, Mr. Warner's favourite dinner. There it is. So, with tonight's dinner, I used some of this Henderson's relish that Louise and Dave brought down. You know what time it is? It's bingo time. Oh, I'm feeling lucky. Only needed one number. Good morning to you and welcome to Friday. This is the last Friday of our holiday. We are going to Tavistock. I can't recall ever going to Tavistock before. So, Tavistock, it is West Devon. 36 miles, an hour and 20 minutes. It's like 11 o'clock already. It's going to be mid-afternoon by the time we get there. Anyway, come on, let's go and explore Tavistock. It's really raining now. Neither of us have got appropriate clothing for wet weather. So on this very long journey to Tavistock, do you want me to tell you some of the things I've learnt about the place?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
It's an ancient market town. It's like really old. People lived in that area in the Bronze Age and the Iron Age, like way before historical records were started. No, it wasn't called Tavistock then. So, Tavistock has a river called the River Tavi, and it's also got a canal.
An active boat canal?
No, I'm not sure about that. So Tavistock through the years has been quite a prosperous place. It was one of the first places in England to get a printing press, and also there was a lot of mining that went on, like tin, copper, I think magnesium, And in the 17th century, a great quantity of cloths were sold at the Friday market. There's still a market there on Friday. We're passing through Totnes, as we know, one of my favourite places. Well, the sat-nav's taken us down some small country lanes, and we haven't even seen one signpost to Tavistock yet. This is such a pretty route. We're actually going through Dartmoor now. I mean, it's just stunningly beautiful. So we're just crossing the River Dart. Oh, there's some walkers on there. They're squeezing in. This is not a bridge for big vehicles. Just look how gorgeous this landscape is. It's pretty wild. It's a walker's paradise, this is for sure. Lots of ponies. That pony had his head in someone's car. We got some cows near the road. It's like being on safari. Oh, 2 sheep in the road. Yeah, I just forget that we've got this sort of landscape in the middle of a county like Devon. So we got some more sheep. There's sheep everywhere. So we've made it to Tavistock. Let's get parked up, then we can go explore. The car park is very packed. We've reached the top and there's no spaces inside. There was one space left and someone's just taken it. Yeah, that was it. No parking there. No park. It's a trolley bay. You can't park there. Woo! We found a space. Oh, it's a little tight. There's some really lovely independent shops here. We've got a deli there. Palmers of Tavistock, licensed game dealers. Flapjackery, Devon-made luxury flapjack. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for the market. There's some beautiful things in there. This is my sort of stall. So the pannier market, very lovely indeed. Well worth a visit. All sorts of weaponry in there. Lots of delicious eateries along here too. Ah, there's a bit of a market out here too. I do love a cheese scone. That's a special looking coffee. Glenn's gone for cheesy broccoli soup. We're looking for the museum. We watched a little video about the origins of Tavistock. I really like Tavistock. What did you think, Glenn?
Yeah, it's a nice little town.
Got to get out of here, and then we'll be on our way across the moors back to South Bay. Horses, cows, sheep. Could you imagine if this was like your daily commute to work?
Sheep in the road.
I think that sheep's got lost. Oh, this is tight. This is tight. It's a small lane traffic jam. It's rush hour. A steam train has just passed. Yeah, you can just see the steam train going along there. Right, let's get dinner going on. Right, gorgeous leg of lamb and a whole load of veggies. Dinner's looking good.
Started in Braunston, ended in Brixham.
We did. This really was a week of two halves. What I loved about it, it was completely spontaneous. It wasn't until Tuesday afternoon when Glenn said, "Shall we go to the caravan?" I was like, "Oh yeah, well done, well done." It's usually me that comes up with the mad ideas, but this time it was all Mr. Warner's doing.
Did mean on my birthday had a bit of a drive-a-thon.
It did, yeah. It was a long day boating and then a long drive down to Brixham, but it was worth it. So it's good to be here, and we are now approaching the end of our holiday. Glenn, what have we learned about being away in Teal? Because don't forget, next year we want to spend a lot more time.
We need power.
Yeah. can I just say, the space worked out really well, didn't it?
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah,
It didn't feel. It didn't feel
all right.
super cramped.
No.
At any time. Power was our issue.
Power was our issue. Yep.
And as I said, laptop, camera, phone, they're essentials. And internet, they're essentials for me. I hope you've had a great week. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.
See ya.